Assalamu alaikum. So in the previous lecture we have discussed on nuclear power plant and mm, before that we have discussed various power plants and how they function. Now we will be discussing on the distribution sides, the aspects of your load dispatch center and how the load is controlled, which parameters we need to know, how the load scheduled for a particular area, for a particular region, and is given to the power plant. So we'll be discussing on a load curve, we'll be discussing on load demand factor, diversity factor. So various aspects we'll be discussing here. So let's start. So here we'll be discussing about the fundamentals of your power economics. So better read it as an power economics. It's not power electronics. Okay. So this economics means we are going to collect data that that are related to have a relation, direct or indirect relation with the money. Okay, so this power economics, like we are going to sell our electricity to the consumer, and then we will be require some data, different data, and that data are having a relation with uses of electricity or energy to the consumer. So those energies are can be understood by your load curve. So these are the load curves. Load curves have, it is having a axis, if you can say, in the y-axis you can see that the load demand, and in the x-axis you can see the number of days of hour. So it's not literally, if you say, it's not only the day or hours you can plot on the x-axis, you can plot your months, you can plot your yearly basis. So whatever data you require, whatever as per the aspects of your load demands, you can change your y-axis data as per the requirement. So what actually this load curve is? So this load curves defines the consumption of load of a particular region, of a particular area, of a particular home. You can say, you can draw a load curve of your home also, your particular the energy consumption of your energy. Literally, actually, the meaning of this load curve is the area under your load curve will give you the energy consumption. Okay, so this area, as you can see, the shaded portion, it will give you the energy consumption of a particular day. So if you are plotting here on a monthly basis, it will give you the area or this energy consumption for a month. It can give you the energy consumption for your year also. Okay, so this load curve decides the consumption for the next year. So there actually there is a load dispatch center. So each power station have a load dispatch center or a distribution center, better specifically I would say. So this is an LDC, they used to say that LDC is a load dispatch center. The work of this load dispatch center is to study the load demands of a particular region, of a particular state, over a period of year, and then predicts what will be the consumption for next year. And likewise, after the prediction, they will ask the generating station to get a stock of thermal, or get a stock of whatever the requirement for to produce the specified amount of electricity for next year. Okay, so that is the advantage of load curve, studying of load curve. So so basically it is a plot of a load in kilowatt versus time duration for which it occurs in ascending order of magnitude irrespective of the time of occurrence. Okay, so this is the load curve. So the other terms will be, first is the connected loads. As you can see that at a particular moment there will be number of loads connected together, like for example, at a particular period, like in the morning, you would have three fans operating together, one fridge operating together, one TV operating uh, simultaneously. So all the loads combines connected at a particular event that are called as connected loads. So it can be rated as, so your TV has a different ratings, your fan has a different rating, your AC has a different rating, so your heater has a different rating. So it is the sum of continuous rating of all the equipments connected to the supply system. So I am repeating again, it is the sum of continuous rating of all the equipments connected to the supply demand. So this is your connected loads. Next is your maximum demand. So maximum demands reveals the greatest demand of the load on power station during a given period of time. So here, as you can see here, this is the maximum demand. So at a period, this is the 20 kilowatt is the maximum demand during a specified period. So that is your maximum demand, is it is the greatest demand of load on power station during a given period. Next is your average load. So this is your average load. You can say that it is your all the demands upon total demands upon the total number of hours you are calculating. So the sum of all the demands upon total number of hours you are calculating. So basically your average load cannot be calculated for hours only. If you want to calculate for yearly basis, so your total demand for year upon the number of days or number of years you have to write down. Okay, so you can change that average load, but basically this average load is calculated in hourly basis. Okay, so the average load is the number of units in kilowatt hour generated in a day upon 24 hours. So number of units, it is the ratio of number of units in kilowatt hour generated in a day upon 24 hours. So that is your average load. Next is your demand factor. So it is the ratio of maximum demand on the power station to its connected load. So it is the ratio of the demand factor is the ratio of maximum demand on the power system to the connected loads. So as you can see in the load curve, so these are your connected loads for a period of time, and this is your maximum demand. So the ratio of maximum demands to the connected loads is your demand factor. So that demand factor is generally less than 1. Okay, generally less than 1. So next is your load factor. So it is the ratio of the average load to the maximum demand during the given period of time. It is the ratio of average load to the maximum demand during the given period of time. So that is your load factor. So these are the terms. We will be seeing one numerical on it, and then we'll be identifying each and every things. Okay, so let's start. So there is a question here. So there is a residential consumer has the following equipments. It has a 10 lamp, and each lamp has a rating of 60 watt, and it has a 2 heater, and each heater has a rating of 1000 watt. So the maximum demand is 1000 watt. That is your heater rating is here. So but the consumer uses 8 lamps for 5 hour a day, and 2 heater for 3 hours a day. Okay, so this is the use, or this is the curve, this is the way he uses the, uses the things. So we need to calculate your connected loads, we need to calculate demand factor, we need to calculate energy consumed per day, we will calculate average load and load factor. First we will be calculating your load, connected loads. So here, as you can see here, 10 lamps are connected, 10 lamps, and 2 heaters are the load, and each has a rating of 60 watt and 1000 watt. So your connected loads will be the total loads in watt. So as you can see here, this is your number of lamps, 10 lamps, and that is a 60 watt. So, and this is your 2 heaters, and the rating is 1000 watt. So the total connected loads will be 26,000 2600 watt. Okay, so that is your uh, connected load. So next is your demand factor. So I have already told you that demand factor is the ratio of maximum load upon your connected load. So this is the maximum load is 1000 watt. So the 1000 watt divided by 2600, and that will be giving you 0.381. I have told you in the previous slide that it will be always less than 1. Okay, so next is your energy consumed per day. So here we will be discussing on energy consumption. Okay, so energy consumption per day. So here, as the consumer, the or the habit of a consumer is, the schedule of a consumer is, he uses 8 lamps for 5 hours. So 8 lamps for 5 hours, and these 8 lamps has, each lamp has a rating of 60 watt. Okay, so this is the whole consumption in a day for lamps. He uses 2 heater for 3 hours, and has a rating of 1000. So the total kilowatt consumption per day, that is your energy consumption. So 8400 watt per day, that is your energy consumed. Next will be your average load. So average load is the energy consumed per day upon number of hours, or 24 hours. So here, as I have already consumed, I have already noted down the, calculated the energy consumed. So that is 8400 watt per day, and divided by the whole hours. Okay, in one day it is 24 hours, so that will be your 350 watt. 350 watt. So this is your average load, 350 watt per day, that is the average load consumption. Next is your load factor. So load factor is the ratio of average load upon maximum load. So that is your 350 is the average load, and your maximum load is 1000. So that is your 0.35. Okay. So in the previous slide we have discussed on numerical, and we have discussed various terms related to your calculation of a load factor. Now I will be giving you some more terms, and you need to know about these terms, and you need consider it as an assignment. Okay, so this will be your first assignment. Note it down, stop the video, and take down the slide, and understand, because I will be asking the questions on this also in your exams. So the first term is your diversity factor. So this diversity factor I will be again using in one of the numerical in the next slide. That is your, it is the sum of individual maximum demand upon simultaneous maximum demand. So I will be discussing that. The rest of the term like coincident factor, plant capacity factor, next is your reserve capacity factor, operation factor, utilization factor or plant use factor, cold reserve, hot reserve and spinning reserve. So these terms you should know, you should keep data of this. I will be asking you in future through to submit it, okay, and rest I will be asking a question on this in exams also, okay. So it's your work to do it. So this is the another numerical we will be doing it, and here we will be discussing on your diversity factor and annual load factor. Okay, so in the previous slide I have defined the diversity factor is it's the individual sum of the maximum demand upon the simultaneous maximum demand. So we will be discussing it here using a numerical. Uh, so here the as you can read the demand, it's a generating station requires to fulfill the demands of your industrial, commercial and domestic power, domestic lights, and the ratings are given as 1500, 1500 kilowatt, 750 kilowatt, 100 kilowatt, 450 kilowatts. Okay, so first we will be seeing the, so this is the individual, the maximum demand on a station is 2005 500 kilowatts. So this is the simultaneous individual maximum demand. So if we need to if the diversity factor, if I say, so this is the diversity factor, that is the total load or total maximum demand of your uh, area, that various areas. This is an industrial area, commercial, domestic power and domestic lights. So these are the maximum demands of various areas. So sum of all the areas, okay, and divided by the simultaneous maximum demand. So this is the simultaneous maximum demand of your particular station. This is the simultaneous power. So it is 1.12. Okay, next is your uh, kilowatt hour generated per year is 45 into 10 raised to the power 5. So we need to find out the annual load factor. So we have already defined annual load factor in the previous slides. So the load factor is the average load upon maximum load. So we need to calculate first the average load because we already know the maximum load. So the average load is your kilo in the previous slide as it was given in hours. Now here it is given in per year, as here you can see the number of kilowatt hours generated per year. So it is already given the kilowatt generated is 45 into 10 raised to the power 5 kilowatt generated per year. So we need to use we need to use hours in year. Okay, so we have 365 days and that days has 24 hours. So we are using this. So this will give you 513. Okay, so 513.7 kilowatt. This is the average load rating. In the previous slide we are discussing or of per day. So we have used 24 hours in the previous example. In this example the load is given in year. Okay, so we have converted this year in hourly basis. So that's what we have given here. Okay, so that's what in the previous slide also when we were discussing about your average load. So I have told you that preferred way of using average load we are calculating in hourly basis. So that is what hourly basis I was discussing. So your now final your load factor will be annual load factor is the average load upon your maximum load. So this is the average load here and the maximum load is 2500 kilowatts. So this average load factor is 0.205. So here we have completed our unit 1. So one topic is left and that is your effect of voltage and frequency. So we have discussed our unit 1 and that topic that is your effect of frequency and load, we will be discussing in unit 3 and unit 2, sorry, and when we will be discussing your effect of power factor or different power factor. So we'll be going towards your unit 2 or unit 3, because regarding your importance, I will be preferring going unit 3. Okay, so in the next lecture we will be discussing on unit 3. Thank you.